This conference will now be recorded.
Great. So let me share my screen. My screen is visible, right?
Not
Can somebody
now.
confirm?
Yes, sir.
You are saying that, Survi, you are asking this question, right?
Yes, ninth one.
This one, right? Okay. You have to put
No,
like
here
this.
icons, furniture.
Not or. Let's try. And it will be or condition. Because both either can be true, right? This or, you know that, right? And or and all.
Yes, sir. Oh, okay.
So it will give you the data for furniture and, sorry, furniture or
Oh,
technology, whatever one.
oh, I was just not giving category again and just saying add. Okay, okay, sir. Now got it. Hmm. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Any further questions? What we discussed last class for you?
Date functions on, sir.
Joins also we discussed, right?
Yes, joins we discussed, date functions we discussed, and
Yeah.
about that primary foreign key, that unique difference between those things.
Yeah. On delete cascade, on delete set
Yes,
null, all these
yes,
things.
yes.
Okay.
On delete cascade and everything you've done, sir.
Yeah. Good. Okay. Let's jump into another important topic in SQL, and this is called your subquery. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Let's try to understand. I give this example every time to understand the subqueries. Okay. This is quite interesting. Let's see. I think how many we have all the members. Yeah, Gayatri were also there. Good. Okay, fine. Uh, Let me see. So suppose, uh, no. Before subqueries, I want to say one more topic. I forgot that. Group by. Group by. Okay. What is group by exactly? Suppose I want to calculate the sum of salary from total model. Okay. Sum of salary. This is my sales, sorry, not salary, sales column. Let's say.
Mhm.
Sales column I want to sum this up. Okay. So we have some aggregation function, right? So let's take, you target the aggregate function now. So aggregate functions. What are the aggregate functions I have? I have sum, okay. Then I
Okay.
have average, then I have
Max,
mean,
min.
max, okay, all these things, etc., etc. Okay. So these are the aggregate function I have. So now question is, I want to get the sum total sales for entire model, in the sense, from the sales order, whatever the sales I have, I just want to sum this up. Very easy. Okay, so you can say select sum of my sales from sales order, right? Simple, right?
Mhm.
That's it. So it will just sum up everything whatever there in that from start to bottom, and it will give you the result. So this is my total sales. This is called the total sales. Okay,
Mhm.
make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now the question is here. Suppose, let's take, I want, sorry, now try to understand that I need the sales for each category. Okay, so that is the overall sales I get it. But now I need to get each and every sale. Like this furniture, how much sales is there? So I have three categories here. Okay, one is
Mhm.
furniture, one is office supplies, and one is technology. These are the three categories I have in my category column. Now I want my salary my sales to be categorized based on the category value. Okay. So for each category, how much sales I want now. That's the requirement. So that time what we will do. So here, this is the one. And before to the sum of sales, I will put my category, right? Because I need category, then sum of sales. In the sense, category wise, my sum of sales.
Mm.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, if I execute this, it will throw an error to me immediately. Okay?
Mm.
So the error is quite interesting. So it is saying that this line is quite important instead of this. This we know that we need to, we are learning the group by clause. But the most important line is this, because he's saying that column category is invalid, okay, in the select list. He's saying that this column is invalid in the select list because it is not contained in either an aggregate function, okay, or the group by clause. These are the two important things he is saying that. What does it mean that? This is the function which is doing the aggregation. So it is going overall data model, whatever the sales order I have, and it's just doing the sum there. And this is individual values, right? It is just like furniture, office supplies, technology. So when you are club these two, this is my aggregate function and this is my non-aggregate columns. Then the rule is saying that this column, the non-aggregated column, should be present inside the another group by column. Okay, that is the group by clause. So whenever you are using the aggregate function with the non-aggregate column, the non-aggregate column should be present in a group by clause. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
The first point. Okay,
Yes.
so I will write here the group by, then whatever things I have written here. So what will happen here it is that it will go to the, as you know that like the order of the execution is start from the from, right?
Mm.
Right? So it
Mm.
will do a from clause here. It will check all the columns from the sales order. Then next it will run the group by. So what will happen is if you group by category, no, so I have each row if I take about the category, no, just observe this. So I have multiple, the furniture is duplicating, office supplies is duplicating, furniture, multiple times the categories are there because based on the sales order. Okay,
Mm.
that could be
Mm.
fine. But when it will group by, right? It
Mm.
will give you distinct value of the category. What is my distinct? It will give you three rows only. One for furniture, one for technology, and one for office supplies. There are three distinct category I have. So this is nothing but it is doing the distinct category only. It is displaying distinct, distinct categories actually. Okay, got the point? Then for that three distinct categories, we will get the sum of sales.
More cells.
So it will take category as furniture as one group and do the sum of sales. Office supplies is one sum of sales. Technology one sum of sales. So here we will get three rows of data and each category will be segregated by the sum of sales here. Got it? Let's
Yes,
try
sir.
to run this. Try to understand this. Sorry, I didn't select. Now if you see, office supplies is this much, furniture this much, technology this much. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Mm.
Okay. So this I can say, I'm just aliasing this as a total sales. Got it?
What?
So what
Any
is
questions in the?
no? What is
Hmm.
aliasing means?
Just the name of this column. If you don't give, no, see, just observe that this column, the last column, right?
Mm,
There will be no header. There will be no header. No
okay.
column is coming, right? Yeah.
Uh,
So that I am giving as a name called total sales.
okay. It is like a dummy. That's a. It's not
Correct.
real name, right? Okay.
No, not really. Yeah. Because why this is not coming? The question is why if I'm not giving this, why for this column there is no header is coming? But category there is a header, right? Because this column is not present in my table. There is no column such called sum of
Uh,
sales. So whichever column present in the table, for that automatically the header will come out. And whichever
okay.
you are calculating on your own, then for that you need to give a some kind of heading for that. Otherwise it
Okay.
should not say no column. That's it. Simple. Okay. Now here I will explain you another thing. Now here the question is, I say after this, let me write the question. Get the category where sales is, let me check, okay? I need to just be sure that that is the case. Yeah, where sales is greater than this. So I think this should be satisfied, right? Only based on the
Mm.
output. These two records will not come, right?
Mm.
Correct. Now how you will go ahead on this one? Now if I run this, we are getting this data.
Mhm.
And the question is this, where the sales is greater than how
Mm.
much? 8 lakhs, I think. Yeah. Come on.
Getting
How
it.
we will get it here?
I think using having.
Okay. Since I had not
Okay.
explained you the having clause now, so the only conditions which I have right now is the condition which we are putting is where condition only.
Where.
Right?
Mm.
That's the we know that. But in this case, if I put a where condition, right? So where condition always comes before group by. Okay. So we know if you want to write something where this should be after the from and before
Mm.
the group by. Okay.
Mm.
It can't be after group by. So the sequence of the statement in a SQL is very important where
Mm.
it fits. So after the from, if you write you want to write anywhere clause, you can write there. Okay. So I say where this for a sec. My sales is greater than this much. Okay.
Mm.
Now if I run this,
That
how
is
many rows I will get it?
sum of sales, right?
Okay, I will put sum of sales. Okay, good. Okay. So the first point is let's try to run this. Okay. It will throw an error. First point. Okay.
Mm.
This is the important. Where clause will never takes any kind of aggregate values.
Mm.
In a where clause, it will be always the number of rows. Okay. It will never take any sum of sales or any kind of aggregation. In where condition, we can't put any type of that's condition. That is first point is very sure. Now that is clear. Now if suppose I want to run this, what do you think? How many rows I will get here? So you try to understand. Okay, let me comment this. Without this, how many records I am getting? 3.
3.
Office supplies this, furniture this, technology this. Now I'm saying that where sales is greater than this much. Okay, then how many rows I will get it?
I think there will be no records because
Zero.
sales, nowhere sales will be
Technology.
greater than
Mm.
no records. I observe. No, none will be like greater than this, right?
Hmm. Okay, I
Oh,
don't know. I need to
sales
check the
only.
total. Hmm.
Okay.
Because
Sales.
here overall total itself is like 8 lakh or something. So
Hmm.
sure, none of the sales is going to be greater than
Got
8
8
lakh.
lakhs. I think so. Yes. So what? First of all, let me display this record, then I will explain what exactly is happening. Yes, correct. Absolutely correct. Why it is happening then like this means just try to understand. So if we are putting a condition inside the where clause, right?
Mhm.
Saying that sales greater than this, what it is doing is that it is going each and every row of your table. How many rows I have? 999, 4. Okay. It will go to each and every row of the table and it will check this condition. Okay. And whichever is satisfied, that row will be qualified. So I don't have any sales, individual sales at least as per the row, which is more than 8 lakhs. First point is clear.
Yes. Yes.
Then based on that, since I don't have a data, but still it is doing a group by category, it will give you the distinct value of category. Then finally it will sum of sales. So in this case it is blank. So if I say salary greater than, let's take 1000, then what will happen? It will go in each row of the table. So this will qualify, this will not qualify, this will not qualify. Whichever is qualified, okay, then that row it will take. And finally, after this condition satisfied, let's take uh, just for a sec, I'm just giving an example. Suppose I have total 9,994 rows, right? Total orders. Okay, and let's try to understand how many rows I'm getting where I'm putting sales greater than 1000. Okay, so I'm putting individual to see the number of rows. Okay, so where sales is greater than 1000. So I'm getting around 468 rows. Okay, this condition. Okay, so now the amount of rows is got reduced. So it is turned from 994 to 468 rows. So whatever the 468 rows got it right. On that, it is doing a group by for each category. What is group by? Group by is nothing but displaying the distinct category, right? So on that, again it will be club by furniture, office supplies is technology, and on top of that, it will give you the sum of sales. Make sense now? This clear? Any questions on this? Now the data is different because now we are putting a condition here.
So
Any
first it
questions on
will
this? Good.
check sales is greater than 1000 with all the rows, then it will come
Yes,
on the group by.
correct. So the order is this much. This is my first, okay.
Round,
Then it
second,
will be second.
and
Then
then
this will be my third. Then this will be my fourth.
so if we give
So
order and all, how it work? Like suppose
sorry, come again.
order by order by
Order by,
thing.
yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Okay. Order by. Let's take. You want to put what? Total sales.
Sales.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So it will work because
Hmm.
the order by will be after the select. This
Okay.
proves that. Why it proves that? There is no such column I have in my table called total sales. Do I have any column in my table?
No, 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 no.
But I can use this aliases, whatever I'm giving, inside my order by. So it
Hmm.
means that it is executing after this only.
Select. Okay,
So
okay.
when, yeah, by the time the order by start, that time this clause got executed, and I have in my memory there is a column called total sales that I'm using it inside. But this column I can't use inside the where clause because where clause is before select.
Okay.
Make sense? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm just commenting this. This is not required for me. This is understandable now. So
Yes, sir.
where, just understand, where clause always go each and every row of the table and check the condition. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you are saying where sales greater than 1000, how many rows is there? It could be 10,000, it could be millions, it could be what much. Don't never bothered about that. It will go scan each and every row of the table and check the condition. Got it? That is called the where clause. And in where clause, we can't put aggregation. It will be normal values only.
Mm-hmm.
Make sense now? Okay. Now I'm commenting this. Now I'm just doing run this. But my scenario is something different. Now what I'm doing is I'm doing category by sum of sales, group by category. That's it, I'm doing it. Okay. But from this value, I need this record, right? Whichever is greater than 8 lakhs. So for that, I can do the where clause. So what I'll do after the group by, okay, I will put having another clause. Suppose you want to filter a group of set of values. Okay. So in this case, I'm getting the category by sum of sales right here. So that suppose sum of sales, whatever the group, furniture is giving sum of sales, technology is giving sum of sales, office supplies is giving sum of sales, right? And you want to filter that group itself, then it can be done through the having clause. Okay. So this time I can say having sum of sales is greater than this much. Okay, now if I execute this, then I will get only the technology because this is calculating on the group which is got created by the group by. So it is creating a group by category for the sum of sales that it is getting filter. Okay, here always one confusion will be there. I will put the order of the execution. So if there is an from suppose it will start from the from clause. Okay, and if there is any where clause, then it will be the second order of the execution. Then if there is any group by, it will be the third. Okay, then if there is any having by clause, then it will be the fourth. Okay, then it will go to the select and it will say the 5. Okay, then after that any order by, this is 6. This is the overall order. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The only confusion here people is having always is that they say that suppose I am coming to here having, I am saying the sum of sales is greater than 8,000, right? So it is doing the sum of sales, and actually this fourth one and the fifth one, right? It almost parallel I can say, okay? But the
Okay.
order of the execution starting with the having and parallel to this 5. So it is just like a fraction of seconds only. It's going having, immediately it will fetch the direct select sum of cells immediately. So that's, I will give some example. That time you will also get confused that how the having is working. I say that okay, having will start first, then it will go to select. But that you need to understand that these two are mostly parallel. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So now how I can say this is for actually before select. If I could have used this total sales inside my having, then I can say that yes, this is select is first, then having is second, right? How I can use the total sales inside my order. If I could use this column, let's try to use this instead of the sum of sales. I can use this, right? If if I could have used this having, then I can say that yes, having is before the select, but that is not the case. It is
Okay.
saying that invalid column. So when the having is executed, this is not yet executed. So that time, that's why we are again doing the sum of sales, whatever I want to put it. But this is always the case, the having and my the select statement, right? It is
Mm-hmm.
almost like almost parallel, I can say. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Done. Like having select immediately. Okay.
Okay.
Got the point here? This
Yes, sir.
is clear. The order of the execution, how
Yes.
things are working, why you are doing group by, all these things. Makes sense, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now if you want to individuals, if you want to filter it out, then you can say where. Okay. Then I can say whichever is satisfied. Suppose after the group and on that group you want to give a filter, then you need to use the having clause.
Mm-hmm.
Got it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So
Okay.
having is for two functionalities. One is like using for aggregate functions,
Hmm.
and then like another thing is uh, how to say is it is to filter from I couldn't say like the only difference between from and where is having aggregate or like this order of execution, sir.
Order of the execution is there, but
Mm,
the difference between where and having clause is that the where clause will work row by row for each
okay.
and every row on the table,
Okay.
whereas the having is always work
With the
for the
group.
group.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Got it.
And having separately, there is no existence. If you don't have a group by statement, right? There
Okay.
is no use of having clause as well. Suppose I'm commenting this and I'm commenting this. No, not commenting this. This is
Mm-hmm.
uncommenting.
Mm-hmm.
This doesn't make any sense to me. What does it mean here? So what is sum of sales here having?
No
So
use.
if you have a group by, then
Mm-hmm.
to support that we have the having clause.
Having,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Got the point? Yeah.
Okay,
Mm,
sir.
yes.
Got it, sir.
Now tell me, I'm just putting everything uncomment now. So what does this report or the what does this query will showcase to you? Can you tell me? Just for a sec, like what exactly this is doing? If I uncomment every clause, now what exactly it is doing now? Can you somebody can explain me?
So
Sales is correct.
it will try to fetch the records first, the sales, whichever the records having the sales greater than 1,000. It will fetch
Hmm,
all the records, and
hmm,
then it will then group all those records based upon the category,
hmm,
and then it will calculate the sum for each group, each category. It will calculate the sum
hmm,
of sales, and
hmm.
then it will order the those records based upon the sum of sales.
Correct. Absolutely correct. That's the statement. Now we are clear with the statement. Yeah, there is no records. That's fine. This I'm not bothered about that. But the things are very clear. So I have total triple
Mm,
nine four records, and where clause is going to each triple nine four records, and it is identifying that wherever the sales is greater than 1,000, and it is satisfied around 468 rows.
mm,
On that 468 rows, it is doing a group by category. So it is just grouping the category. Okay.
mm.
And whatever the distinct values of the category I have, that is doing that. And on top of that, it is checking that whether their sum of sales for the each category of the sum of sales,
Mm.
whether it is greater than this. If it is satisfied, then it is giving me the category and their total sales. As simple as that.
Okay,
This
sir.
is clear. This
Yes.
is very important, I'm saying. This is very
Mm,
important to understand what is where and what is having.
mm, mm,
Okay,
mm.
good. Any questions? Just let me know here so that I can explain one more time here as well.
Mm.
Picture is clear on your mind?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, one more question with
Mm,
one of the assignment. I just
mm,
found that giving that having count of one or something. Those
mm.
select column, can those fields can be numbered as one, two? How that actually we can use that?
Okay, I'm coming to that now. Okay, aggregate
Okay.
function, I forgot one thing here, count.
Okay.
Okay, let's do that. So the max, here we can sum, average, minimum, maximum, and there is a count also. Okay. So instead of the sum, we can put average also here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's take average here, and I say average. Average of sales is greater than this. Okay. Or you can say max sales, mean sales. You can do that. So that is aggregation. Got it? I'm not doing that because that is quite same thing. Whatever I've done it here, the sum of sales, same thing. We can just play around with the average,
Mm-hmm.
max, and min. Max means overall from that the max, and minimum is overall from that group. It will be the minimum value. Okay,
Okay.
got it right?
Yes,
Just
okay.
find that. You can try it out. You guys can try it out, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So we can.
Okay. Yeah. So now let's try to understand. And here also you can put the count. Now, good question is that this is also a interview question. Is that count? So I say select count. And inside that I need to put a expression actually always. Expression returns int. So if I put some expression, it will returns the integer value here. So I put count star from, let's take my sales order.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm,
Now execute it. I'm getting 999 4 rows. Okay.
mm, mm.
Got it?
Yes.
Now same statement I'm putting count of 1. What do you think it will come?
Will it fetch the first column? Same thing. Same thing. It will be like 9994. I hope it will be the same. Value will be same.
Yeah. What do you think others? What do you think here?
Mm. And,
I don't know. No.
fetch all the one, count all the one.
Count all the 1. Okay.
I don't know.
But
Yes,
okay.
it's okay.
Okay. So just attempt it. Nothing else.
So
Okay.
what is the question?
It will return the number of rows the same as 9994.
Yeah.
Okay, this is if I say count star, it is giving me 999 4 rows, right? First
Mm.
one. What are the number of rows I have in my table? I'm saying select count 1. If I put how much, what is the output I will get? That is the question.
Same
Same
output.
Number of
Same.
9994.
row
Same
Okay.
output.
Same
one.
output. Now if I put 2,
Same.
same. Okay. But why? That's the question, right?
Mm.
So here basically what is happening is you can put anything here actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, anything. So what is happening? Let's try to understand that. So in my let's take in my table I have what right? This is first column. Okay.
Mm.
When I'm doing the count star, right? So let's take I have 999 4 rows, right? So this is first row, this is second row, this is my third row.
Mm.
Continuous, there will be 999 4 rows. So what is happening is when we are doing the count star, right? So
Mm.
something like this happening. So for the each and every row now, this is putting star, and putting star.
In each row, right?
Okay, in each row, and it is
Oh.
counting. So
Mm.
this is 999. Suppose you are giving 1 here, the star is moving by 1, 1,
Mm.
1, and 1, and it is just counting. If you're
Mm.
putting 2 for each row, it is giving 2, 2, and 2, and it is giving you number of records. That's it.
Mm.
So that's why This is an interview question that count star and count one. How much records? Same. You can put count two, count three, count four, doesn't matter. So it will give you the number of records in the table. Okay? This is
So that
clear?
one refers to what, sir? Is it a column or what? You know,
It
can
is
you?
just like a flag. It's just like a flag.
Oh,
One is
okay.
a flag. It's just like a flag. So it
So
will
it's like
just go each in. Go ahead.
okay.
Sorry.
No, no, sir. You just explain.
Yeah. Okay. But the only difference will come here is that select count another in the expression I can put this numbers to count the number of records, but instead of that I can put the column name as well. Okay, so count this column, how many records I have.
Mm,
If I put city here, okay, count of city, how many cities I have in my table, right? So let's
mm,
try to understand this. Do you have the city? Yeah. So this
mm,
time it will give me triple nine four rows, triple nine one. Why?
might be
Because
null.
there are three cities. Yeah, there are three cities which are null. So count, never count any null values. This we need to remember always. Count never counts actually. Count function never counts nulls. Okay, it will never count. This we always needs to be remember. Okay, super. So this is about your count. Good. Okay. Any other questions on this part? So now you got the difference, right? Count star and count one. So you can write anything. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry, you're asking something. Anybody is asking something?
No, sir.
If you want to add, suppose I want to count including nulls, will be any scenario will work
No.
like that? No, no.
No. No. No. No.
Okay, okay,
No, sir.
okay.
Okay.
So this will be count, and for distinct count, we can just add count of
Count.
this.
Distinct. Correct. Distinct count will be like this. So count. Then inside that you need to put the distinct.
Inside this. Okay.
Count. Then distinct. There is no function called count distinct in SQL. So it will be count only, but inside that you need to put the distinct. This is called the count distinct.
Hmm.
So around 531 count distinct. In the sense it will the distinct value of the city. So there are some duplicate in the count of city, right? So it will take the individual one. So actually there is 531 cities are available on the sales order. This is called the count distinct.
Hmm. Okay.
Right. So this is overall about your group by and having, and there are some assignments also on this one, okay, to clear your picture. But you understand where to use where to use having.
Yes, sir.
Now, based on that, let's try to understand another important concept that is called my subqueries. Okay. So basically here I'll take this example many times because this is quite interesting to understand the why there is a need of a subquery. Okay, let's see, try to understand. So I say average of my sales from sales order. Okay. So how much average I'm getting? 229, somewhere around, or 230.
Mm,
So this is the order of the sales in my company, right? So it means that one order is taking to 30 rupees somehow, correct?
Hmm.
If I summarize that in that sense, correct? No?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So do you think this is right?
Average of sale.
Do you think this is right? In my total order, in my sales order, it is only one order is taking average of 230 rupees maximum.
No.
Okay. I say somehow the way it is calculating, this is wrong in this case.
Mm-hmm.
I will prove that. Let me go to the Excel file here. I'll just prove that. Just think once, okay?
Mm.
So suppose you have a order ID, okay? Then suppose I have my product ID, okay? Then I have, let's take sales. I'm just considering this in just a simple data I'm taking it, okay? So there are two orders of one
Mm.
and there is two. For one, the on the two order, because when I'm placing the order, in one order also I can place two products, right?
Yes, yes.
Possible, right? Yeah. It's not
Yes.
like one order, one item. It's not possible. In Amazon, if you go there, in bulk also we can order multiple items, correct?
Mm.
Yes, sir.
Mm.
So let's say this is the product I bought in the first one. This is the second product I bought in the same order. The third one is 300. And sales is, let's take 500, 700, and 600. Okay. Now what we are doing is, now suppose if I ask you on this three row, if I take the average of salary, so what is doing? It will just
It takes us take
giving me
average.
the summary, right? Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
average is
600.
yeah,
Not
600.
forward thing.
Average is 600. So what
Mm.
it is doing, it is just summing up this record divided by 3. That's what
Mm.
it is doing, right? Yeah. So
Mm.
500, 700 plus 600 is 800, 1800 divided by the number of rows I have, that is 600. But actually, this is wrong in this case. Why it is wrong? Because this order is only one order here. This is one order. This is not multiple orders. This is one order. Yeah, there could be products are different. That's fine. But the order is only one, right?
Mm.
Mm.
So ideally, what should it will be? It should do is that I should get something like this. So I say order ID. Okay. Then I say here the sum of sales here. Okay. Now I can say order ID equals to 1 and order equals to 2. And for the order ID 1, it should be give me 1200. And
Mm.
order ID 2, it should give me 600. Okay. Then finally on this record, it will give me the average. Now, if I consider the average, it will be 900.
900.
Right? This
Mm.
is actually the correct average in this case.
Mm.
Do you agree on this part?
Mm. Yes.
I can explain one more time, but let confirm everybody. This is
Mm.
quite important. Okay. Got a point? So which is right? Average 600 or average 900?
900.
No, it's not like that. So it depends. It depends that how your company is planning to put it. If they are okay with this approach, I'm fine because this is also not wrong. See, if you say the number of rows, suppose how you are calculating average. In this
Mm.
case, I'm saying that this is right because this should be like this. But some
Yes.
companies they will take, they don't want to club the one order. They will go with the number of transaction also. So how
Mm.
much transaction they happen, based on that they will get the average.
Mm.
That is also fine, one way. But
Mm.
this way is quite interesting. You need to get this. So this is, I can say this is my proper average. So if
So is
I
it like
am
average based upon the order means we'll go but this one, right, sir?
correct, correct, absolutely. And suppose you are you want to calculate the average by the number of orders, then this is good. And
Hmm.
otherwise, if you are going to the each transaction, then this is good.
Above one. Good. Okay.
Above one is right. So there is no right, there is no wrong. The
Hmm.
way it is implemented. Yeah. Okay. So the first you understand, like I just did it this one, the average of sales. Simple, I did it. So I taking the average of all the records and I'm giving this record. But now let's
Mm.
try to understand how to calculate this average 901. So this is my base table, okay, which is nothing but in this case my sales order. Let's take an example, okay. But I don't have this table at least. Will I have, do I have this two column like this
No.
table? I have anything? No, right?
No.
No.
I don't.
But sir, this
So
can
if
be, I'm sorry, sir. But sir, in last query, we aggregated sum of sales based on
yeah,
category.
I'm coming to that. Yes, correct. That's correct. I'm coming to that.
Okay.
So it means
Okay, sir.
that this table, whatever I have here, this need to be derived from this table, right? Whatever the
Mm.
base table I have, this table needs to be derived, correct? So this is a intermediate table which needs to be derived, okay? And
Hmm.
the subquery is something like that only. Subquery is something like deriving the intermediate results in the form of a table or whatever may be, the intermediate results from your base table. Whatever the base you have, from there, suppose you want to retrieve the intermediate result from that, that is called your subquery. As simple as that. Okay. So this is my base table. From here, I will want to define this. First, I will define this. So how I will define? So as you know that, like say, first of all, let me put all the columns. Select star from my sales order. So here in this case, I need two columns, right? One is order ID and one is sum of sales. So this is overall picture, whatever I am putting in Excel. Just imagine that. And from
Hmm.
here, I want to derive this. Okay. So the derivation will be based on my order ID. ID. It's not coming.
We need the average.
Why the order ID is not coming. Let me put this. Let me check. Yeah. Order ID. Hopefully. Yeah. So this is my order ID. These are the number of orders I have, around 9994. And on top of that, I want to calculate
Average.
sum of sales.
So
No,
sum of
no, sum of sales. Yes,
Maybe
total sales. Let's take.
sum of sales. It's not.
Okay. Then since I'm using the aggregate function, just now I explained you, I need to put group I, right?
group. Hmm.
For now I will
Order
get,
ID. Order ID.
so I will get my order ID. So this is my exactly the intermediate result, right? Which I'm
Hmm.
getting here. The order ID and total sales. Anyway, this is sum of sales I'm giving. You can put as a total sales. That's fine.
Mm.
But this is the intermediate result we are getting,
Hmm.
correct? From the my base table. Now what I will do? I will do the average on this column rather than the original sales column, right? Whichever column you derived, on that only I need to put the average, correct? How we will do it? Tell me.
Might be we we can take this table's output as an input to another query kind of thing, sir. We can write
Correct.
another and
Absolutely. Absolutely. See, the above query, how we are doing, you are saying that select giving me the average of salary from the table, which is the base table, right? So now my table is ready. From this table, I want to take the average salary. So same I will write here, outside query, select ABG of, let's take, I will put the column name later, but I will say from. Can I put like this table? At least what is my intermediate tables is there.
mm,
It is same like the previous query only, right? So only difference is inside one, it is just instead of putting the original table, I'm saying that same I'm putting average from this table. Both these queries are same if you try to understand completely. Make sense?
yes, sir.
Not so.
Not so. Okay. So this query is understandable. This one
Mm.
is
Yes,
easy,
sir.
easy. Okay, what is doing this
Yes.
query?
Averages, sales average.
Average. So what is this table? This is a table already I have in my table, in my database, right?
Mm. Base
Mm,
table. Yeah.
So the syntax is what? Select average of salary from a table name, right?
mm,
Mm.
So what again I'm the same thing I'm doing it. Select average from the table name. Instead of giving the original table name, I have written on top of that there is a query which is returning a table with two columns. That's it,
mm.
I'm doing it. Now makes sense?
Sir, one more doubt.
Good.
We
Go ahead.
just an average, right? So with
No,
this query,
I've not completed. I'm not completed.
okay,
Just give
okay,
me a second. Yeah.
yeah,
Now first part is clear, right? This why how I am doing this from.
yes, sir.
This from is inside that. It is giving me a table actually. Table of two sets of columns. Order ID and total sales.
Yeah.
From there I'm taking the average.
Mm.
Now it is clear, everybody?
Mm, mm.
Good.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is clear. Mm.
Okay. Now what average I will take here? Average I will take if I go to the Excel, right? I need to take the average of this column, right? Which is
Mm.
derived
Mm.
from this table,
Mm.
correct? So
Yes.
in
Mm,
this case, this column, I need to take my average, whatever column I have inside that, instead of the original, correct? Because this is the column I have, okay?
Mm.
And understand that whenever you are doing a subquery inside the from and putting that, this total column you need to define as a table. So you can put after the bracket, you need to put a name because it is not able to identify that what is this table name exactly. Whenever you are writing a subquery from the from clause, right? So subquery, I'll show the variations of different subqueries, but right now, if it is the from clause, right, it will be you need to give a name to put this particular table. You can give A, B, C, D, anything. You can put anything over here. Okay.
Mm.
So let's take A here. I need to just keep this so that this will consider as a temp table which name is E. Okay, and from here I'm taking the average salary of this column. Now it makes sense,
Yes, sir.
this query.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now if I run this, I am getting 459. The previous average salary was 230. Now
Mm.
I'm getting 459.
E8. Mm.
mm,
Okay, so there you need to check with your client that how he wants to calculate the average sales for the company, whether you want to go transaction level or he wants to just aggregate the order ID, and by taking the sum of sales and on top of that he needs the average. So if he founds that no, I need to sum that and I need to average, then this is the way. And if he directly as a what do you call as the order of the transaction, then this is the way. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now here one more question. Do you have this table handy
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Yes.
on your system? Okay. Can you answer me one question here after this? The question is, first let me write that. Get me the orders where sum of sales is greater than average salary. Let me explain you what is exactly. First let me explain that in an Excel sheet, then I can ask you the question. Now, so here the sum of sales is 1200, right? Correct?
Yes, sir.
And what is the average salary? 900, right?
Mm, mm,
So
mm,
individual sales 1200 is greater than 900, right?
mm,
This query.
Hmm.
So
mm,
this qualifies. This qualifies. And whereas the second one, the sum of sales is 600, whereas the average salary is 900. So it is less
Yeah.
than that
Hmm.
average, right? So that will not qualify. So whichever is the employees who is getting sum of sales is greater than their average salary, that employees I need. That order I need somehow. Got the question?
Hmm. Hmm.
Question is clear, right?
Hmm. Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you try that,
yes, sir.
please? Will you able to do it or no?
It's confusing.
No, sir.
Okay. So here there will be a little bit. Let's take this query down. Okay. So this is what it is getting me. It's giving me only the average sub salary, right? So this is giving me this output. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Correct? No?
Mm.
So now I need to calculate this again, where I will calculate the sum of sales is greater than this. So this is my output from this query. Okay. Now I need to say again, I need to calculate sum of sales for each order ID, and I will take the sum of sales, then I will compare with this output. Makes sense, right? Now, so now let's, before doing this, just put some records. So just scroll down. So first of all, I need to put again. I need to say select order ID from sales order. Okay, so take this order ID. So don't write along with me, just try to understand here. First of all, sum of sales. Okay, is, let's take here something like that. Total sales. Yes, total sales here. Okay, so this is I am getting group by my order ID. Let's try to understand. Okay, so this part, what it is giving me, this I am getting it, right? Correct? This I am getting it. Agree?
Yes, sir.
Now on the below query, which I have written just now, this part is giving me what? This, right? Now this query and this query needs to be joined or needs to combine. That's it,
Mm.
right? Here I will put having sum of sales greater than this. Can you put like this?
Oh.
Simple, right?
Yes. Edit it and revert it again. Whatever.
Try to see. Try to check what is exactly happening. Any steps you have a doubt, let me know.
So having this
And to avoid the confusion, you can change the name also. Okay. This, suppose you are getting confused, so you can say this as called your average order sale, something like that. You can change the name. Okay. And here also you need to change if you want. I'm saying any way you are getting confused, then you can change it. Okay. Or if you are okay with that, it is fine. You can put it the total sales as well. No problem. There is no issue at all. Okay? Just try to understand. This is more important is to visualize yourself what exactly you are trying to do. Okay. So here the basic output is this output I need and this output that I need.
Okay.
So this output I am getting from here, basically from this part to this part I am getting this. Correct? Correct, no? This part. If I execute this part, I'm sorry, not this part. That's it. So I'm getting this part, which is called my this output, whatever I'm getting the average. Correct? And this part is we are getting from this, at least this. Now I will take each individual sum of sales here. on the group. So I'll take 1200 greater than this 600 greater than this. So I'm saying that having this sum of sales is greater than this much. That's it, I'm doing it. So it will go 377.97. It will calculate greater than how much it will get 459, right? Total average here. It will check this is greater than that, this is greater than that, this is greater than that. It will just do like that. Okay? On that group. Make sense now? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's switch on to some other questions on the subquery. Let's switch on to some department table here, which are very important. That also these are questions they will ask in the interview as well. Okay. Okay. Now the first question you want to try now. This table is ready.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Department and employee table. Get me, the question is, get me the employees, okay, having greater than average salary of the department.
Employees.
Okay, just try this question. Take your time, understand the question,
Hmm.
and put in the chat box. Try to understand first of all on your memory, in the sense what exactly you are trying to achieve here. Rajni, Bali, you guys are trying?
Yeah, we are working on it.
Sure. Okay. Now tell me on this question, what should be your first calculation?
You have to calculate the average.
Average salary
Mhm.
of the employee,
Department. Yeah. So this part, the
total
average
income.
salary of the department. Yeah. That is the first one. Correct. Absolutely correct. So what we will take? We'll take the employee table. There is no involvement of department table. Unnecessary. I kept it
Mm.
because it will be only one table. Here I have the department and I have the salary already. So first question would be we need to say select, okay, DPT. What is the name of the column? Let me check. DPT ID. Okay, DPT underscore ID, comma. I say AVG of my salary. Okay, I will put this as called the AVG cell. Okay, from my employee table group by my DPT and ID. Correct?
Mm.
This is the first statement we need to calculate. Correct now? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I will get this. So this is my intermediate result. Now on top of that, what is my question? Get me the employees who is giving greater than the average salary of the
Average.
department. So
Mm-hmm.
there is some individual salaries are there, right, for the each and employee.
Mm-hmm.
So that salary is, suppose he is part of 100 department. If his salary is greater than this, then get me the employees. That is what the question is all about,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm.
You got the question now, at least.
Yes, sir.
So if I run it both the queries, this is select star from employees and this is the question. So now what you need to calculate here? Just see. So take 100, what is the average salary? 10,000, right? So let's take
Mm.
individual salary. So 100. This guy is coming for the department 100. What is his individual salary? Is 10,000. So
Mm.
10,000 is greater than 10,000? No. This guy, what is the salary is getting? 15,000. So 15,000 is greater than 10,000? Yes. So this qualifies. Okay. Now, next come to the 100 department again. 100. 10,000. Qualify? No. This guy qualified? No. Now comes to the second department. Nagesh. 200. He is part of 200 department. What is the average salary for 200 department? 9500. So what is his individual salary? 12,000. 12,000 is greater than 9500? Yes, this qualifies. So like that, whoever is qualified, the salary is greater than the average salary of the department, that employee I need. This is the question. Picture is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now from here, you got this result. And this is the overall your table. The top one is all the records from the employee. And this is the intermediate result you got it. Now how we will compare these three? Can you do that now?
Join.
Now, in this case, I want to calculate individuals, right? Each individual's salary I want to compare with this.
Mm.
Correct, na?
Yes, sir.
Each row by row, I need to compare based on the department.
Where condition.
Where you will put the where?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Join.
Uh,
Salary.
Okay. This one. Okay. This
Department ID.
okay.
Okay, everybody, question is clear?
Yes, sir. Question is clear.
Yes.
Question is clear. Okay. Okay.
1.3.1 ஓகே இதில் இருந்து இப்போ இதையும் இதுலையும் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்
Sir, will we join department ID and then
Correct. We need to do that. So first of all, I will make this as a temporary table. So how I'll do the temporary table? Just now I showed you, right? Just combine with the braces and put a name. Correct? That is the way. So this I will make as a temporary table here first. Whatever the intermediate result I am getting. Okay. So here I can say this as called ABG of employee. Right? This is the table. Okay. And on top of that, I will select star from my employees, all the records I need. Okay. Then I will do a inner join with this table. Right. This is quite interesting. Okay. This is a combination of your what do you call it? The join and subquery included. So whenever you are doing a inner join or any kind of joins, right? How you are taking two tables you are taking, right? Select
Yes, sir.
star from this table, inner join second table. In this case also I am doing the same. I'm taking one as the employee table which is existing or which is called the physical table. The second table which I am taking, which is I am calculating. Simple. Okay, this is I am considering as a table. So inner join employee table, inner join this table. Okay, after that, what do you need to put? When you are writing the join condition, what do you need to put? After the selection of this one, tell me the syntax. Guys,
Oh,
select from table 1, inner join table 2. Then what do you need to put after that?
I first extracted the name and then till this
No,
is
no, don't go for the syntax I'm talking about. Select star from
mm,
table 1, inner join table 2. After that, what do you need to put?
On.
On. Yeah,
oh,
that you
on.
need to missing, right? On.
Hmm.
You need to put on. What you will take from on? So let's say this is E I'm taking it.
first table we
So
have
I
to take
have this the what is the common column between these two tables? Let's
E
see.
dot department ID.
Department ID.
So here let me just scroll up. Just give me a second, guys. So this is your overall table, right? And this is the intermediate result, this part. Correct, no?
yes, sir.
Are you agree? So these two
Yes,
have
Hmm.
a common column called department ID. So this is department ID and this is also having a department ID. Right? Correct,
Yes,
no?
sir.
So that I will do it. So I'll say E dot
And
department ID equals to this table name. This is my
average.
temporary table name. Dot department ID.
mm, got it, sir. Fine.
Now you have got it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now if I run this data, what I will get it here. Still I will get only the matching records here.
Mm,
Right? Right now. I will get only the matching records which is satisfying. So whichever is department ID is same, you will get it. So you will get all the records. Correct now?
mm,
Hmm.
How it will work?
Not
Let me tell you.
condition.
So it will take
yeah.
each department ID 100. It will compare with the 100 here from this table. And whichever is satisfied, just print the average salary here. So I
Mm,
can put here also something like let's take E dot star. Okay, in printing. And I'm saying that this dot average employee. Okay, dot my average salary. Okay, this I'm printing it. Now you will be get the clear picture now. Just let me run this, then you will get it.
mm,
So for each employee, see, for the 100 employees, I'm getting this is individual salary and this is their average salary for that department. Correct now?
yes, sir.
Same, it is 200. This is the individual's salary and this is your average salary for the 200 department. Same. Now
Yeah.
if the question is whose salary is greater than their average salary, what I will do now? This is
Where
clear. Tell me now. This is clear.
where
This is very
condition,
clear
Where
now.
sir?
Okay. Okay. Where condition? What I will put? Tell.
E dot salary.
Hmm.
is
It should be
greater.
greater than
Greater than
average emp
Okay,
dot average cell.
correct. Absolutely correct. That's it. Now picture is clear. This is clear, right now? Now
Hmm.
whatever the condition I will get, these are the three employees who is getting more than their average salary on their department.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And this concept is quite interesting, very useful. Group by, the subquery along with the joins. And this
Mm-hmm.
is very interesting to solve lots of problem. Okay. This
Mm-hmm.
concept needs to be cleared up. It needs practice. Okay.
How do we know like we need to use subqueries?
Sorry, come again.
Like how do we know like we should use subqueries in that criteria?
Which one? In this case, I'm not getting the question exactly. Sorry for that.
Actually, subquery concepts, how do we know like yeah we need to use subqueries now?
Ah, because if you ask you this question, right? The first part is
Yes.
I say that average salary for the department. If I run the direct table, do I have anything related to that? I need to get that average salary for the department. No, right? Do I have any information related to this? No, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for that, I need to, first of all, I need to calculate this to get this information. Then I'm saying that the next answer I'm taking is that wherever the individual salary of the employee is greater than the average salary of the department. So here this part is giving me only this result. But somehow I need the employee information only now, right? So this needs to be
Mm-hmm.
joined back with the
Mm-hmm.
employee table to get the information from the employee. There is no way
Mm-hmm.
like I can put this value into the employee table. No, I have to join, right? And to join this table so that I will get the information. So now
So
if
this
you
is
run
like
this now,
right. So this is
yeah,
kind of self join only, right? We are using the same table and
we can say.
kind of
In a sense, exactly not the same, but yes, this is
yeah, we
like
are
that.
modifying that one, taking one copy and modifying a kind of modifying that and using
Correct.
that one. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Can you say the entire query one more time?
One more time. Okay. So here the first part is this, where I'm taking that select department ID and their average salary. I'm just giving a name called average sale, and I'm giving this as a table completely. This part is clear?
Yeah, this is clear. Yeah.
Okay. Now the thing is, suppose just think like that this column is not there. Just think. Okay, now. Okay. So this up to employee ID to employee age. What is this table? This is which table?
Employee.
Employee table. Okay. This is employee table. Now I want to compare individual salary with their average salary of the department. That is my question, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
So I need to print the average salary of the department across each and every row. Then only I can compare row by row, right? Otherwise, on the fly, how I will compare? So like I will take 10,000 of the individual salary of the employee and I want to calculate the average salary of the department. So there should be some column in my table where I can this information, right? So this is the point where I need to print the average salary here across each and every row, but for the each and every department. So that's what I done is that this one I joined back with my employee information and get this information to the particular table and printing row by row for the average salary for the department. Now it makes sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Now in this question, any questions we can answer this. Okay, I will try to put some assignment on this also. So the question would be like employees on the based on this concept, right? This inner join and sorry, the join and the subquery including. Okay, there are n number of questions can be answered. If you understand that what exactly it is happening, then you can answer anything here. Okay, I'm saying employees, get me the employees with highest salary in the department.
Yes.
Employees with highest salary. Now, this is a typical question, no? So, people used to tend to do like this. I tell you, okay. What they will do is that say that employees with highest salary in their department. So they will say select max of my salary. Okay. I say department ID, comma max of salary. I say X max sal. Group by department ID. Department underscore ID. Sorry. From okay. So they used to do like this. That's correct. But I am saying get me the employees information. It is just giving me the department wise maximum salary. So I'm saying that again the question will burn into this. Get me the employees which is getting highest salary in their department. So in a department the maximum salary is 15,000. In a department there could be more than one employee, right? So I'm saying that take the individual employee salary and give me the who is getting greater than their maximum salary in the department itself. That is the question. Got it right? Suppose you are part of a 100 department. So you are getting salary of 20,000, let's take. And for the department, total my department, the average salary is 15,000. So if I compare my salary, 20,000 with the average salary of the department, I'm good. Suppose some employee is getting less than that, that is it, doesn't qualify. That is the question. I think you can do it now using this information. It is same as this only. No? Right, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can try offline. I think I'm done for the today. You can try it out this one. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Mm. Yeah. So I think you need more practice now because we are entering to some of the important concepts in the SQL. Okay. So there will be lots of practice required now because we are done with the inner joins. We done it. Then now we are entering to the subqueries. So inner join subqueries group by having. This is the most important area of the SQL. Okay. And if you understand, it is not that difficult. I'm saying. Okay. Maybe you are like starting, you are writing it. It is looking like difficult, but if you summarized properly, right, it is not that difficult. It needs some practice. Try to understand what exactly you are trying to achieve here and split the question. Split the question. Whenever you are getting this question, split it. So first I need to calculate this, then I need to calculate, get me the all the employees, then I need to just put a condition on this. As simple as that. Okay. I understand it looks simple, but it's not that simple. I got that one. But we need to practice and we need to based on that. I'm very frankly I'm saying you can't skip SQL when you are going for an interview for the data analyst. You can't skip it. So that is the truth of the interview. They will ask questions from the SQL, and that is a separate section for that. They will ask you some questions from the Power BI or Tableau or whatever may be. Okay, but they will ask, definitely one section will be there. They will ask questions from the SQL, and even they will ask you to write the queries also. I'm very frank. I'm not like getting like scared something like that. But you need to be practice on this. Okay. Okay. So any other
Okay, sir.
questions you have?